Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed on type guards basically, and also we saw the examples as well, right? Type of type guard as well as the instance of type guard. So today we'll be discussing about the instance of and in operator, right? Both instance of and in are type guards that help TypeScript infer the type of an object. Again, I'm telling both instance of and in are the type guards that help TypeScript infer the type of an object, and also instance of checks the prototype chain as well, while in checks if a property exists in an object, right? So again, I'm telling both instance of and in are the type guards basically that help the TypeScript infer the type of an object. And what does instance of checks basically? Instance of checks the prototype chain. And what does in check then? In checks if a property exists in an object or not. So let's see, let's try to implement the same with the example. The first example, let's go with instance of with the class instances, and the second example, let's go with in operator for the property check, right? Let's go with the first example first, instance of with class instances, right? So quickly let me come here, let me give here class car, and let me call the method drive inside the car class, right? So within this one, let me quickly log here. I'll just give here driving a car, something like that, right? So I can take anything here. I'll just consider this one because this is relevant to this example, right? I'll quickly come here. Let me create the function and let me name this is car. This one will be vehicle. Let me pass the parameter vehicle of type any, and let me quickly give here vehicle is car I have considered, right? Class, yeah. Vehicle is car. So let me quickly come here. Let me return something here very quickly. Return vehicle. Let's make use of the instance of, which is basically we have considered the class car, right? Which is instance of car. So I'll just come here. Let me give here instance of car. I'll just quickly come out of the function. Let me make use of let my vehicle equals new car right here. Here I'll quickly make use of the if condition. I'll just give here is car. Let me pass my vehicle I have considered. Yeah, this is fine. If it is, then I'll just give here my vehicle dot what is the method I have used here, drive, right? Let me quickly copy this one itself. Just come here. Let me paste it over here. So the output here, clearly we know that we have to get an output driving a car, right? So I'll quickly explain what I've done here. So vehicle instance of car, we are considering for the example instance of with the class instances, right? So vehicle instance of whatever I have considered here, vehicle instance of car, whatever I have written here. So basically this checks if the vehicle is an instance of the car class or not, right? If it is true, if this one vehicle is an instance of the car, then the drive method is invoked. Here it is true because vehicle is an instance of the class car. So this method is true. So whenever I call here my vehicle dot drive method, within the drive method we have log driving a car, right? So the output that we need to get here is driving a car. So let's try to run the code. Let's see whether this works or not. So yeah, we are getting an output driving a car, which is absolutely correct. So I hope this one, the concept of instance of with the class instances is completely clear. Next, let's go to the example 2. So let's see one more example, nothing but in operator for the property check. I'll quickly come here. Let me delete this one. So let me come here. Let me create function very quickly. I'll just name the function print details. Let me consider obj here. So within this one, within the object, what I'll do, let me quickly come here. Let me consider this one as string basically of the string type. And one more thing, let me consider one more parameter, that is age within the object, right? So age, let me do one thing here. Age is of the type number. This is fine. Then within the function, I'll quickly write one condition. If name parameter we have considered, right? So name in object. So then I'll quickly log here. I'll just make use of the backtick template literals. So here I'll just come here. Let me pass the name, right? So as we are making use of the obj or the object, I'll just give you object dot name. This is fine. Next, if same thing, instead of this one name, I'll just give here if age in object, nothing but obj I have considered, right? So age in object, then let's log something here very quickly. Console log. So here again, let me make use of the backticks. So I'll just give here age. Let me pass here object dot age. Age is small, I have considered, right? This is fine. So I'll just come out of this function. Let me quickly consider the variable person, or let's go with the object. So I'll just come here, name, let me assign this one to Bharadwaj very quickly, and also age, let me quickly give here 25. Anything you can give. I'll just take this one for the example sake, right? So this one, let me come out of this object. Basically, I'll just give here print details with the function name. Let me call the function and pass the person here. Person I have considered right here. Object this one. Yeah, this is fine. So I'll quickly explain what I've done here. So name in the object. So here what I've considered within this condition, basically, right? Name in object, basically this checks if the name property exists in the object or not. So name property is existing in the object, basically. Name, this checks whether if the name property exists in the object. If true, the name and age properties are printed, right? So let's see, let's try running the code. We have to get the output. One thing is name, this one Bharadwaj, age 25, that we need to get here, right? So let's see what we get. So error expected, line number 1. What I did here, so in line number 1 we are getting an error, right? So here function, what error we are getting? Semicolon expected, sorry. Print details here object, and this one is correct. Yeah, here I have missed colon right here. Name, I hope now we get this one. Now the code is correct, I hope. So yeah, now we are getting the output name Bharadwaj and age 25. Nothing but again I'll explain here whatever I've considered here. Name in the object, basically. So this one, it checks if the name property exists in the obj. Obj is what we have considered here, right? Object. So if it is true, then the name and age properties are printed. Basically, we are within the person, name we are having the Bharadwaj. So age 25. These both are getting printed, which is absolutely correct. So now, I hope the concept of in operator in for the property check and instance of with class instances is completely clear. I mean, I hope the concept of instances of and in operator is completely clear. Next, let's discuss on the this one, discriminated unions topic, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.